Hello everybody again. This is picking up on old messages. Number 898 from 6/12/2016. And this one came through after reading about the Orlando nightclub shooting. Remember this? Okay, this is a short one. Then the next one after this was an actual victim message. All this violence, all this hate, children, oh children, before it's too late, seek the peace that dwells inside. For what I am on cross had died. On this journey of life you're on, embrace each other before all is gone. My Father in heaven cried the day he had to send mankind away out of the garden. He cried that day. Even though he knew he was going to have to do it beforehand. Walked beside thee, full of love, light shined down from above. Choice was given, free will, in hopes that you, mankind, and each of us, all would choose right in all you do, which we don't. Pitiful few made the choice, chose instead to follow the voice that took them far from the light, further out into the night. We know what voice that was, and is. Gone are those whom I sent to proclaim the word from sacred tent. Gone are those I sent to heal, all their efforts man did repeal. Gone are those I sent to save, man refused all they gave. Father in heaven upon upheaval gave you choice, good or evil. Too many have chosen the latter, and thus have caused my sheep to scatter. At this time all names upon, last of souls, shall soon be gone. They will be soulless, dark babies. God shall end all conception, bring an end to great deception. So there'll be no conception, it'll just be babies born that don't have no souls, or darkness taking their place. People, oh people, time to choose, path to light, or soul to lose. This is Orlando, a shooting victim, it's a male, from number 899 from June 14th, 2016. Rapid fire, total chaos. Rapid fire, total chaos. What was happening? At a loss. So it's describing what they're hearing. They were lost, confused what was going on. All confused, who was he? Sparks of muzzle, could not see. Confusion everywhere. What to do? Friends were with me, no longer did view, could no longer see them. People screaming, blood on floor, felt like suddenly in a war. Why is this happening? What did we do? All I heard him say was, I hate you. The shooter saying that. Women, men falling down, many never uttered a sound. Joy of joys, I heard in head. You shall not descend to the dead. Light enveloped me, lifting up. Drink this water from this cup. The voice was saying. Looking down, I saw my flesh. No longer did my spirit mesh. Seeing my body collapse to floor, as the light continued to bore me higher and higher, utter peace. All my terror did suddenly cease. And just like on others, victims of these things, accidents, disasters, shootings, referencing the same thing. The voice said, Worry not for all the others, they are all your sisters and brothers. As I gazed upon the dead, heard their voices in my head. We are with you by your side, lifted with you before bodies died. Not all were lifted at this time, said the voice that spoke in rhyme. Path of theirs depends on faith of heart. Souls of they shall too depart, suffered pain at the end. Lord in heaven will suspend. So they went believers or weak of faith, so they suffered pain at death. Jesus said, Believe in me, you shall not suffer death. You shall never die. You will not suffer the pains of death. These ones being lifted up believed. They had the faith, so they didn't suffer the pains of death. As others, as they said, souls of theirs shall too depart. They suffered pain at the end. The Lord in heaven will suspend till they make their final choice and decision. First, describing what happens to them. First, to judgment for lack of faith. So they gotta go to the judgment line. Safe though now from silent wraith. They're safe, protected from him. Choice still have to make in time. Fate of yours to share this rhyme. Tell him it's fate of him to share this rhyme. He's being compelled to speak. He who hears, which is me, he who hears writes all down, receives the words without sound. So even though they were passed in Orlando, that time I was still here in Vegas. Receives the words without sound. Share he shall as directed to those whose paths are not misdirected. Those you loved and left behind, peace shall come to their mind. Father comforts those who grieve, heals their hearts so they'll believe. He who did the grievous act had over time made a pact with those of darkness who led him astray and caused him to lose his way. Souls of his in God's hands, as are the others, as the sands of time slipped through the fingers of man, all according to God's holy plan. You departed world of life, avoiding all the coming strife. Time you had been given reached its end. Now to the light, our brother, our friend. I believe. 900, 2016. Pearl white wings descend at this the coming of the end. Many claim to speak the truth, but it remains behind the veil of roost, flowing out to those who hear all the words spoken in their ear. Open hearts discern what's right from the lies spoken by the night. Eerie silence descended upon man in accordance with God's plan. Blindness pervades throughout the land, swept away soon by almighty hand. So everybody, the blindness will all be swept away very soon. Now to then, much will occur. Some so fast as in a blur. Be thee ready for knock on the door. Christ reveals himself now to the poor. Over time, many shall be taken, their souls no longer to be forsaken. Those who strut around full of pride, nowhere can they ever hide. God sees all inside the heart. Those with veiled faces shall depart. Leaders of men shall suffer their fate, for recompense comes on coming date. Turned aside from fellow man, amassing all the wealth they can. What is of this world cannot be taken, only the soul, if it does awaken. What is of this world cannot be taken with you, only the soul, if it does awaken. Nobler man than these have failed to see the truth and thus were nailed to their cross of blackest wood, not having done what they should. They were suffering in the pit. Seekers of eternal flame all know my true name. Yeshua, Mashiach, once was called, before spirit of man became enthralled. In other words, Jesus the Christ. With all before man became enthralled, with all enticements the devil, Satan, put forth, caused many to lose their worth. Simply call out my name, he shall flee into the flame, abode for all who turned aside, and thus their spirit died. To know thy God is to know the truth, as it was given in mankind's youth. Born impurity at the start, fateful choice caused to depart. Make thy choice for time approaches, and rise above all reproaches. Father calls his children home, to bathe forever in heavenly loam. One more. Number 901 from 6/18/2016. Seek the flame of eternal light, burns within thee ever bright. It's that peace of God, the soul, your soul. Miasma of sinful and evil creatures control many of the preachers who ply their trade before the masses, preventing them from seeing all that passes. A lot of corruption, vast majority, like a very small minority of preachers, priests, so on and so forth, are true. Some of them intentional, some of them made bad, wrong choice. Some of them opened the door, didn't realize it. They're being taken over. Clouds, this darkness clouds the eyes from the truth. Eyes no longer clear as in youth. When but a child, newborn in nature, you all beheld those of heavenly stature, angels. As you grow amidst mankind, so as babies, newborn, we will see angels. As you grow amidst mankind, purity of sight becomes more blind. All possess the ability to see. Look within to thus be free. Let go of the barriers you've constructed. Then your eyes no longer are obstructed. So let go of the things you hold inside. Believe in what before was unseen, not in what's all unclean. Hear with ears of God's making, not with those His word keeps forsaking. Many temptations in this world causes all color to become all swirled, the colors of your soul, your spirit, blurring the mind to truth and understanding, neglecting the Lord and all He's commanding. To get to the light, you must all abandon things of this life. Satan's had his hand in. Knock on the door shall soon come. Most will be deaf, blind, and dumb. Ask and receive my saving grace, and then you shall behold my face. Seek salvation through strength of faith. Saved you shall be from silent wraith. I'll do this one more. It's a short one. This is for my friend Judy. I believe from her husband who passed away. This is number 902-619-2016. Telling her, seek to know what lies within her. You do not know what all did occur. Things in her life caused her to be as she appears to thee. Ask to receive the understanding why her heart is being countermanding. The love she has for you and the girls. Behold her truth as it unfurls. Joy shall return to mother and daughter, and salvation of her soul you shall have bought her. So it's about her speaking to me from, I believe, from him, and explain her at that time. She's grown in spirit since then. Okay, we'll end that. Pick up on this next time. Just more insight into things I've received and experienced, and about the messages. If you have not read these old messages, again, go back and read some of them. You see the difference in them, and the new ones, the early ones. You just don't know what you might ask for. Discernment is when reading the Bible and these and things. Always ask for discernment first. So, stay safe. Please mask up. Get vaccinated. At least stay safe, masked up. Peace of Christ. God bless.